If you're looking for hands-free help at home, both the Amazon Echo Dot with clock and the Google Nest Mini are great, affordable smart speakers. But which one's better? We're gonna find out. I'm Andrew Gebhardt, and just like many of you, I am stuck at home due to the coronavirus. I'm in my beautiful one-bedroom castle. And so we're going to get creative with our smart home content here. And speaking of being stuck at home, now is as good a time as ever to get some hands-free help. Enter the smart speaker. Both the Nest Mini and the Amazon Echo Dot with clock respond to a wide variety of questions and commands after you say their respective wake word. Let's start with the Nest Mini. It's $50, but you can often get it for less. You can command a large variety of compatible smart home devices. You can ask trivia questions, check the weather, play music, check your calendar, lots of stuff. There's a physical mute switch here if you ever don't want it listening. Wave your hand over the top and you'll see these indicators. Tap the sides to raise and lower the volume, but you can also change the volume with a voice command too, so you don't actually have to touch it. This is the Amazon Echo Dot with clock. It's $60. Amazon has a similar dot without a clock for $50, and that's the one that's on sale more often than not, but the LED display has adaptive brightness, and it might come in handy if you want to use it as an alarm clock. Amazon works with more smart home gadgets than Google, and you can ask a lot of the same questions. The Dot has a few physical controls for muting the mic and changing the volume, but again, you can use your voice for almost everything. Both can play music from a wide variety of streaming sources, but let's see which one actually sounds better.
Well, it's dark in the city, I've lost my pride. The lights in the streets hide the stars from my eyes. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change is gonna come.
So that's pretty close, but I think the Nest Mini wins slightly for clarity. You're not gonna get booming sound out of either of these. That said, we all know somebody's gonna try to play music on these tiny little things at full volume, so let's try it again, turn the volume all the way up and see which one fares better.
Can't stand the pressure. I've seen greater men than need a lesson. Make out of a messer. Take the hit for the riches, 'cause it was right there in the dresser, so easy.
So one thing to keep in mind, neither speaker is great if you actually want full speaker power here, which is understandable given their size. Fortunately, they have ways of connecting to a larger sound system. Both can connect to one via Bluetooth, and Amazon has a 3.5mm output jack as well. But in terms of the way they sound on their own, we are going to give a small victory to the Nest Mini. Really though, you're buying these things for the voice assistants. Your free hands will be able to do all kinds of things since you won't need them as much, such as not touching your face. So we're going to see which one is better by asking them both a variety of trivia questions. How far away is the sun?
The astronomical distances of the Sun and Earth are 92,955,807 miles.
The Sun and Earth are currently about 92,827,000 miles apart. They follow elliptical orbits around the Sun and the distance is constantly changing. Would you like to hear more?
Where can I get Indian food?
You've got several choices: Dakshin, Shalimar Indian Restaurant, and Kathmandu Kitchen and Bar.
Here are a few restaurants. 1. Kathmandu Kitchen and Bar, 5.6 miles away on Bardstown Road.
What is coronavirus?
According to the World Health Organization, coronavirus disease COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by a new virus. The disease causes respiratory illness like the flu with symptoms such as a cough, fever, and in more severe cases, difficulty breathing. You can protect yourself by washing your hands frequently, avoiding touching your face, and avoiding close contact 1 meter or 3 feet with people who are unwell.
On December 31, 2019, it was reported that a new coronavirus strain, COVID-19, was identified by Chinese researchers in connection with a pneumonia-like illness based in Wuhan City, China. On March 11, 2020, due to the global spread of the virus, the World Health Organization officially declared it a pandemic. As of March 28, there are over 662,000 confirmed cases worldwide.
So Google tends to respond to more questions. Amazon's fine here, but it's also a little bit easier to control smart home gadgets with Google. Commands are a little bit more intuitive. With Amazon, you often have to remember the exact name of the device, which isn't necessarily a big deal if you only have 1 or 2, but it becomes more difficult if you have a whole home setup like the CNET Smart Home, which is a place that I'm strangely starting to miss. Anyway, Amazon's gotten better at this. It's gotten a little bit more flexible, but still, as of right now, Google Assistant's more flexible and a little bit more intuitive in terms of the variety of commands that it will respond to. Finally, let's look at the unique selling points of each. The dot with clock has a clock on it. How cool is that? And we can replicate that on the Nest Mini with, I don't know, a watch and some duct tape. Let's give it a try. There it is! Beautiful. The Nest Mini, on the other hand, has this wall mount. If you have a spot to hang it, it just stays put. The dot with clock? Not so much. So the takeaways from this are that both have simple niceties that the other should have. Neither's really a deal breaker, and I also may be going just a touch stir crazy from too much time spent at home. But anyway, I think we know enough to declare a winner at this point. After rigorous testing, I am giving the coveted Andrew Gebhardt Award for Best Smart Speaker to the Nest Mini! The crowd is just... Okay, yeah. Anyway, get one for yourself, set it up, and use your hands less around the house. It can only be a good thing. Please stay safe, and like and subscribe to the channel if you would.